Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Wednesday, 30th of November 2022. Now, in today's Millwall news, we have finally got a date, time, and a place for the Millwall FA Youth Cup third round draw. And this is from millwallfc.co.uk. Millwall's FA Youth Cup third round tie against Arsenal, away at Arsenal, will take place on Saturday, the 17th of December, kick-off at 7 p.m. Taking place at Boreham Woods Meadow Park Stadium, Lions supporters will be able to back their academy stars for free, with no entry fee required for entry. If you cannot make it to WD6, then Mill will bring you updates from the fixture via their club's Twitter account, which is kind of worrying. Now, you would think a lot of big clubs, your Arsenals, your Liverpools, your Man United, they have their own TV channels, and it's this type of game that they would generally put on their channel. It's a bit of content, it's something people might be interested in watching. It's a live game that they have the broadcast rights for, but they're allowed to do that with quite easily, But there is a reason why they might not be doing that, and we'll go on to that shortly. But this is quite weird that it's on a Saturday and it's Saturday night. These games usually are midweek, and they usually kick off at night in their midweek night games. Now, the under-18 teams do play their league games on a Saturday, but that's Saturday morning, generally 11 a.m. or so. So it's kind of weird that they played Saturday at 7 p.m. It's also, I don't know if it's them being lazy or what, but maybe there is a reason for it. Now, obviously, when the draw is made, when the FA put up the fixture list, they have to put up a date and a time, because that's how their fixture list is formatted, and they just edit it as they go along. The default space for this was Saturday the 17th of December, 7 p.m. kickoff. But as each team's sorted their games out, they've moved them around, and this is actually the cut-off time when the games need to be played by. So this game will be 90 minutes after the cut-off time, which is probably why it's taken us nearly 2 weeks to get this notification about when it is going to be, because they probably had to get permission from the FA to do that. So that is kind of weird. But there might be a reason why it's taking place on that day, and we'll get into that right now from the dailycannon.com, which is a Arsenal fan site. Very good one, it looks like. So they say Arsenal's FA Youth Cup game against Millwall has been scheduled for December the 17th, which brings good and bad news for the team and fans. Jack Wilshere there is their manager. Arsenal have now confirmed that their third round FA Youth Cup game against Millwall will take place on December the 17th with a 7 p.m. kickoff time. This will be frustrating to any fans who follow both the youth teams and the first team, as the first team are playing a friendly against Juventus at the Emirates Stadium on December 17th at 6 p.m. Aha. That's kind of weird. If you've got a first team game the same day, why would you play that? Now, obviously, the timing also potentially creates selection issues, as any under-18 players still involved with the first team squad at that point won't be able to play in the Millwall clash. Miles Lewis Skelly is one of the under-18 star players, but he's been involved in senior training this week. If he sticks with Mikel Arteta's side for the rest of the break, under-18 boss Jack Wilshere will be without him in the cup. Yes, what's happened is, I told you this in the video before, I'll tell you again if you missed it. Obviously, a large chunk of the Arsenal squad is at the World Cup playing for their national team. They're doing a training camp in Dubai. They need players there to play with. So they've obviously got most of their decent under 21s will be out on loan. So the under 18s have been stepped up, and they're all going on the trips to Dubai. So on the other hand, the good news is that the match has been scheduled outside of the Dubai trip dates. That was another thing I told you. Because they're on their trip to Dubai, and the under 18 players are going to be out in Dubai, it would have been a weakened under-18s Arsenal team that would have played against Millwall, which is a sign of the massive amount of respect that Arsenal have for Millwall under-18s, who are at the top of their league at the moment. They were top the other last week. They lost to Cardiff, who were second, and then replaced them at the top. But it doesn't really matter because you just need to finish in the top two to go through to the end of season playoff final to see who's going to win the league situation. So as long as we finish in the top two, that's fine. But like I said, it shows the massive amount of respect that Arsenal have for Millwall under-18s, who are a pretty decent team. That they're not willing to take them on with a weakened team, with players missing out in the training camp. So there is that also. So here we go. Arsenal are travelling to Dubai on December the 4th and returning on December the 14th. So 3 days, they come back 3 days before. So that could be handy for us as well. Maybe that's why it's a nighttime kickoff as well, to give them a little bit of recovery time from flying in from Dubai. But 3 days after, maybe their body clock's still a bit messed up. I don't know. So if the match had taken place during that period, then the likes of Lewis Skelly and any other youth players on the trip would certainly have missed out. At least now they'll all be in the country and have the option to play for the Deans. The match will be played at Meadow Park, and any fans not attending the first team friendly will be able to get free entry to the fixture. Indeed, a free entry. So there you go. If you're planning to go to this game by train, Elstree and Bournemouth Station is a close one. It's not that far. You can get there. It's a Thames link from St Pancras. Yeah, but free entry. So just before Christmas as well. I think the kids would have been broken up for school holidays on that day. On the Friday or the couple of days before, they would have been on break. So maybe you can combine that with going up into town to do some Christmas shopping and then go to the game after. I don't know. But yeah, so December the 17th at 7 p.m. Actually, you know what? I didn't even check. Should have checked actually. Do Millwall have a game that day? Because we know Arsenal don't. I'm pretty sure. No, our game is against Luton on the Sunday. It got moved, didn't it? So Millwall don't have a game on that Saturday. So there you go. We play Luton the day after, lunchtime, which is on Sky as well. So there's news of the FA Youth Cup third round tie that's finally been scheduled for December 17th, 7 p.m. kickoff, free entry. So here we go. What is happening at the Den in December? So this is the thing that the club put up at the start of every month, a list of events that are going on at the club. So what is on in SE16 December 2022? It's time to get festive. Let's have a look. So Sunday the 4th, you've got Santa Sunday lunch, which is like a Christmas lunch at Christmas dinner, but a lunch. It's on a Sunday, so it's like a roast dinner. You know what I mean. And then after that, they're gonna have the Christmas tree of remembrance ceremony. They haven't got on here England game. Will the England game 7 p.m. kickoff? I believe it is against Senegal. Or Senegal. Will that be being shown at the Den? I don't know how the group games went. I didn't go to any of them. Did you? Did anyone go down there? I didn't see any pictures, so maybe it was a big washout. But they haven't put on here that they're showing the England game here. Maybe they'll do the final. I don't know. Who knows? Wednesday the 7th, open morning. Obviously, they've been doing these open mornings. More on that later. Obviously, we got back. We're back home. Saturday the 10th of December. It's been a long old while, isn't it, since the last home game on the 5th of November. If you don't count the Bromby game, which was on Saturday, but yeah, it's the last league game. 5th of November, we are finally back home. 10th of December against Wigan Athletic. The Junior Alliance Christmas party, which takes place the day after Sunday 11th, has sold out. Unfortunately, it has sold out. Again on Wednesday the 14th, another open morning. Friday the 16th of December, Soul and Motown Christmas party, 7 p.m. to midnight. So if you are looking for a Christmas party, but you don't really, if you're not employed anymore, if you're retired or that, if you're self-employed and you want to get that Christmas party feeling, go to one of these, a Christmas party here. Stadium tour on the 18th of December at the Den, and then Sunday the 18th of December, so as we've seen, Luton Town versus Millwall World Cup final. So what they're showing the game there? Oh, so double up at the Den a week before Christmas by watching the Lions take on Luton Town on Kenilworth Road in the 1885 club, followed by a screening of the 2022 FIFA World Cup final. Tickets for Millwall's trip to the hours on sale here. Interesting. I believe they're going to have to sell at. They have to all agree a price for that. It's not going to be cheap. I think they have to get permission to do that because it's literally taking sales away from Luton Town, I guess. That's how they do it in the past. It's like a beanback. Beanback's the word I'm looking for. It's beanback, but it's going to be on Sky Sports, I imagine. They're not doing an actual beanback. That's interesting. So, well, here's the thing. Why would you want to watch the FIFA World Cup final if England are not in it? Would you want to go down to the Den to watch? Who would it be? Brazil and France? Not really, I guess. But I guess that's why they're doing the Luton Town Millwall game, because if you're already down there, might as well fucking stay down there and have a few more drinks, isn't it? Why not get your phone out and put a bet on the World Cup final? Another one that's sold out. The kids ones are very popular. They're selling out. Monday the 19th of December, Junior Lions Christmas tour, which is obviously in that week is a school holiday, so they've already broken up. 2 p.m. it's sold out. And then on Thursday the 29th of December, another home game. Millwall versus Bristol City, 7:45 p.m. kickoff. There you go. That is your December at the Den. Interesting stuff there. Now moving on to this EFL Together. So EFL launches Together supporting communities to help households during cost of living crisis. The EFLs today launched Together supporting communities, an initiative that they could have come up with a catchy ass name. I can't keep saying that. An initiative to support the communities and fans of the 72 league clubs during the cost of living crisis. The scheme will see EFL clubs provide community services and matchday offers to help people in challenging and economic times and will contribute towards the government's Help for Households initiative. So what? They're getting money from the government to do this? Is that what that means? In rapid response, EFL clubs and their respective club community organisations have already rolled out a variety of support to those hit the hardest, with food banks, clothing donations and even heat hubs, providing lifelines to members of disadvantaged communities in England and down Wales. Millwall are hosting weekly coffee mornings, which I just told you about. I'll bring on Wednesday mornings they take place. I'll bring a food bank, providing complimentary match tickets plus food and drink vouchers to families in need, contributing to the Donate a Coat scheme, and offering discounted places for various school and holiday clubs at the community trust. And here's some other things that the other clubs are doing. Not many they've listed there. I don't know what's going on. So what's Rotherham? What Rotherham United? Every meal matters. The club will offer warm spaces and support for families and individuals this winter, running 3 days a week and open to anyone wanting to come and stay. Charge their electric. So if you want to charge your phone up, just pop down there and have a warm cup of coffee and a bowl of soup. So there you go. EFL partners eBay Lifebuoy. I don't even know what Lifebuoy is. What are they? And Papa John's will also be joining the initiative by providing ticketing and food offers for the rest of the season. Papa John's is offering all EFL ticket holders 50% off pizza through their Show Us Your Ticket campaign. This season-long campaign aims to boost fans' matchday experience and reward their loyalty during the living crisis. That might be handy if you're trying to feed the kid and shut them up. 50% off pizza, but you can get that anyway. They literally I order through Papa John's quite a bit. I don't know if you've been on their website. All their prices are absolutely ridiculous. The reason for that is you go onto the deals and just there's like discounts for everything. If you're ordering without going through the discounts, you are a fucking mug. You just click on the discounts and it just literally it'll take a 50 quid order down to like 26. It's insane. They do that kind of stuff all the time. This is nothing special. And then there's some quotes which I'm not gonna do. You get the gist of it. Together supporting communities. I guess this is them trying to get some money to do this kind of stuff from the government and obviously trying to put themselves out there. I told you the story the other week when they were trying to get the Premier League to just give them more money, doing nothing. So I guess they can point to this and say, look, we're doing this. Are the Premier League clubs doing this? Not really. I don't think they really have that same connection, do they? I don't think a lot of Premier clubs have that same connection. They're too big. They can't really um, have the connection with the man on the street. Not really a thing that they can. They've got so much money. They just throw money at other people and say, "You two take care of this." And I guess that's what the EFL trying to get more money from the Premier League to do, to give them money so they can do things like this. Which I guess that kind of makes sense, rather than just giving them money for the sake of Premier League's earned a lot of money. You should give more of it away. This kind of thing kind of justifies why they would want more money. So here we go. This is Millwall host EFL community project launch at the Den. So the EFL actually launched it at the Den, I believe. So this is it. This is good stuff. The scheme, which will see EFL clubs provide community services, which I've just told you about. The likes of Sky Sports and ITV, as well as midfielder Billy Mitchell, were on hand to document the day. Did anyone see it on Sky Sports and ITV? I don't watch TV anymore, except if it's a live sporting occasion. You can now look at the you can now look at the gallery from the morning. So if you're at a loose end on a Wednesday morning, why not head down then for tea, coffee, and a chat? So there you go, tea in this kind of mug. That's what they're spending their money on, giving free mugs to everyone. What's that there on the thing? Something Millwall tea bags? Oh, is that Millwall tea bags? What is that? Don't know. Oh, look at that. Was that the cupcakes? Mince pie cupcakes? Is that Dave Livermore there? It looks like him though. Is he not? He's not in Cardiff anymore, is he? Um, it's kind of weird. Every time I've been there, they turn the lighting down. So for this, obviously they've turned the lighting way up so they can get it on the ITV and Sky Sports cameras. But there you go. Oh look, there's Sky Sports there having a chat. So it must have been. Did you see it on Sky Sports News? I didn't see anything. But there you go. Who's that there in the middle? He's a player, isn't he? He's the geezer who used to play for Crystal Palace and Brighton. What's his name? Striker, the big one. I don't know. But he's not listed here, is he? No, they didn't even mention him. They mentioned Billy Mitchell. Mention that. You know the one I'm talking about, yeah. So there you go. More pictures. We haven't gone through them all yet. That's in there. Who is that? Is it Dean someone? What's his name? It looks like he's got sorted his hair out. He's got plugs or something. Down there. Billy Mitchell there. Nice one. And we are back to the beginning. There you go. Interesting stuff. I wonder what is in those. Are they Millwall sweets? I think they're Millwall sweets, aren't they? I don't know what they are. Does anyone know what they are? Leave a comment below. Yeah, there you go. Now we're gonna finish the video now. Thank God. With this, this is the second time that St Johnstone players come out making this kind of statement in the media, in the press, saying, "Please don't take our Alex away." So this is from the Dundee Courier. Courier.co.uk. I think it's Dundee. It might be Perth. I'm not too sure. I think St Johnstone is in Perth. I think the paper's Dundee Courier. St Johnstone forward Jamie Murphy hoping Mitchell doesn't follow Danny McMahon mid-season route back to Millwall. Indeed. That's the second time that a player has said that. Swapping English for Scottish football has the potential to make or break a young lone player, according to St Johnstone forward Jamie Murphy. Thankfully, in the case of Millwall's Alex Mitchell, it's been the former at Dermot Park. The centre-back has been one of Saints' most consistent performers in the early months of this season. Now, the worry isn't whether he can be a Premiership hit north of the border, it's whether his parent club decide to cut short his time in Perth and decide Mitchell is ready for a second half of the season contribution in their own team, as happened a couple of years ago with Danny McNamara. In a certain set of circumstances, Danny McNamara's return to Millwall, which I won't go into. Now, you could say, in terms of bringing Alex Mitchell back, we have had a number of injuries in that area, namely Sean Hutchinson, who's still yet to come back from injury. He is back, but he hasn't played yet. Well, no, he played against Bromby, so technically he did play. Obviously Murray Wallace as well. That did leave us a bit light. So do you bring him back just in case? Just in case? Can we? Here's the thing, I don't know how this works. Can we bring him back, loan him? Right, can we cancel the loan in January, instantly re-loan him back to them, but put in a release clause with 24 hours notice saying, if any of our players get injured, he is coming back. Capiche? Do you understand? Because I imagine that the deal, as it's structured now, we can't do that, which is why they're saying there's like a window in January where we can do. Now, obviously, it's not good for them, but to be honest, their season's kind of fucked. They're not doing anything up the top. They're kind of struggling mid-table, and they should be all right. They're not going to get relegated, hopefully, touch wood. Yeah. Could we do that? I don't know. Maybe they should look at doing that. Keep the deal going, but cancel the current one and do a new one. Maybe they could look at doing that. That might be a clever thing to do, especially if we're trying to keep all the aces up our sleeve as we're going for a playoff battle at the end of the season. So, let's have a read of what this geezer said, Jamie Murphy. Alex is a good player who is with a good club down south, said Murphy. It makes or breaks young players, even whether they can go away from home and cope with it. He's in Perth, living in a flat himself, although he's got good friends with a couple of the English boys, so they all love each other. But it's still testing for a young player. He's done great so far, and I think he'll see if there's a ball there to be won. He'll be going for it. The former Scotland international played in the English Championship with Sheffield United added, he's still learning the game and has a long way to go, but he puts his head in and is brave. We have good options at the back, a lot of strength and experience there. Hopefully, Mill will leave him where he is in January, because you want to keep your good players. I think he's enjoying it, so hopefully he'll stay. There you go, Jamie Murphy there. And yeah, that's the second player to come out and make this statement in an interview, which then gets up in the press. So they're obviously getting a bit worried. But we shall see. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.